Well, good morning folks, good morning from Porto. So this is our last morning here. We're going to be leaving this area right now pretty much. Fabiola's just gone to get the car from underneath the apartment here. So we're heading up to another town called Braga, which is about an hour from here. And then we're heading north as we can to the Spanish border on the coast, to a beach up there. And then we're staying in a little town below there. So that's the plan for today. Really going to miss this area actually of Porto, where we stayed here. Just outside Porto actually, it's called Gaia. It's just so local. It's just a very, very local part of the town to settle in for us, you know, as a tourist here. So it's just been really nice to see how the locals live here and dipping in and out of the city. Obviously Porto, a beautiful city, but it's really nice to stay in a local area, personally speaking. And we've had nothing but friendly people come up to us, and yeah, very nice people in Porto. So without further ado folks, let's go and do this. Let's go and see what else Portugal's got on offer, eh? Welcome to Braga. Welcome to Braga. So this place holds home to the oldest Catholic church here in Portugal, dating back to the 11th century, and it was built even before it was deemed Portugal, before Portugal was even Portugal apparently. So that's what we're going to go and find today. We've just stumbled across this really old looking building already with an entrance. I don't know what it is. Capela dos Coimbras. So it's now a museum and cafe. As you can see, it was once an old church, and they're charging a fee to go in now. I don't think it's what we're going to do, but it's a chapel. Yes, it's a capella.
One of the two oldest chapels.
There you go.
Here.
One of the two oldest chapels. Right there, folks. Anyways, let's go and find the old Catholic church, shall we? I think this is the beginning of the church that we're talking about. Just walking around the side of it here now. Beautiful. So here we are, folks. The front of the oldest church in Portugal. Yeah. Braga Catholic Church. Someone's enjoying their coffee this morning. Nice, eh? These old buildings here. As usual, your obligatory derelict building. And then one that looks very well done up, brand new. Sparkling yellow, look at that. You've got the older types here. There's another little church beyond there. Can you see the little point? As usual, many churches in this town, I'm guessing. And that one we saw, the oldest one, as Fabiola pointed out to me, is the cathedral, which means it's the main one, obviously, the main church. So you've got one of the entrances here into the city. Beautiful, beautiful. Here we have another old church. Right on cue we have the bells. The bells, the bells. A little food stop. I wanted something savoury, she wanted something sweet. So we found this perfect little cafe here, right outside the old church that you just saw. So, provecho, Bobby.
Provecho.
So what we found here, folks, we've just found ourselves a little back entry into the cathedral here. So just up there, that'll be where we saw the front. That's the main part where we were in the street. Here you've got all of these old remnants of things on show here. I guess these are all original, like pieces of stone that they've kept from the original building, you know. Whoop. Many little pieces here, many bits here. Let's go and have a look in here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to pay at some point. Tickets, here she is. Yes, you pay to go into most of it, I think, but
We just go like this.
see. Well, there we go. That was a little bit of the inside of the cathedral here. But that was pretty pleasant, quite pleasant, a nice little find. Ah, look at that little angel. Like butter wouldn't melt. But I know better. Here we are, the gardens. These are the gardens, folks. Not much to see at the minute. They're planting a lot of flowers, but some nice old arches at the back there. Let's go and check them out anyways. Okay, you're not allowed down here. There's a little sign here telling us not to go, but these beautiful little old arches. Beautiful. And the sunshine's come out for us today, folks. You remember yesterday on that walk how terrible it was? So it's over half a kilometre long, all the way. It's absolutely pissing down, folks. I am drenched. Well, today is all good. Yet another waste. But it looks like they're working on this. They've got a crane here. Look how beautiful that is though, man. When Portugal do banks. I guess it's a little bit like the UK in some parts of the UK, you know, where you're not allowed to change the architecture of the buildings. Listed buildings, we call them. So I'm guessing many of these are the same, you know. Yet another church here with a really old kiosk here. Let's go and check that out. This whole big building here too. Wow, man. Lots of history, lots of history. Anyway, let's go and check out this little kiosco. It's a little florist. It's a little florist, look. Selling flowers, not foods. How beautiful is that? So here we have another huge church called Basilica. It's next to some beautiful old buildings here, and we're just right on the square that we just walked through. Just come across these homemade Christmas trees. That one's on the floor, obviously, didn't last too long. But we're just wondering whether this was a competition. Look at some of the effort that's gone into these little Christmas trees. Lots of thought gone into these, folks. Look at this one here. Loads of old milk bottles. And coffee cups. This one's of shoes. There's far. There's some old tyres. What a great way to use your rubbish, folks. Recycling at its finest there. Anyways. Well, there we go. Back where we began. At that small little church called Casa dos Coimbros, I believe. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Braga. We're going to head on now to the next destination. Goodbye, Braga. Welcome to Ponte de Lima. There's an old medieval bridge going across the river here, so we just thought we'd have a little stop as it's en route. Very cute. Look at this old castle type thing here. The obligatory church right there. Yeah, a very cute little Portuguese town. And it looks like there's a little little market in the front here, so let's go and check that out. There's a nice little square here with a couple of restaurants. Very nice. Cute little old church here. The bells ring on cue. Anyways, folks, looks like we've got ourselves a little market here. We've come on market day. Market day. Fabiola is happy. She loves a good market. But check this out, man. It's a pretty decent market. Many local delights, folks. Some honey there. We've got some olive oil, some cheese, got some meats. All local delicacies, which I'm sure are very tasty. And then you've got your tat, and bags. As you can see there, that's the old medieval bridge I was telling you about, with another obligatory church at the end there. Anyway, let's go and have a little walk down to the river, shall we? So these guys have got a riverside spot for their for their stall. So the old bridge there, the old medieval bridge, was made by the Romans, the good old Romans, and rebuilt in the Middle Ages. So that's how old that is. Real piece of history there, folks. To be honest, folks, I think this market is bigger than the actual town. It's huge. Check it out. For a tiny little town, it sure does have a lot of stuff for sale. The market even continues down here. That's where we were stood before. The market just goes on and on and on. What a beautiful little bridge, eh? And the little square here. Look how old this building is here. Let's go and check that out. It's crazy, eh? Just down a little back alley, you've got these totally derelict buildings, man. Adios, Ponte de Lima. Okay, folks, we just stopped quickly. Spain, España, Portugal. So this is the Minho River. This is the river that separates Spain from Portugal, and we're heading on to the beach, the last beach of Portugal, which is down this way. But I just wanted to show you guys, I couldn't wait. Hello Spain, how are you doing? Good, perfecto. Anyways, let's mooch on to the last beach of Portugal. So here we are, folks, here we are. The most northern point on the coast in Portugal. So let me just get my phone out 1 second. I'm crap with names, as you know. So the actual beach is called Camarido. That's the name of the beach. And then the point, the most northerly point, is called Cabadelo. So that's the actual name of the point. So here we go. I think we're going to get it for sunset as well. Look at the colours between all the trees. Look at this, people. Beautiful sunset. There's an old fortress in the ocean there as well. I don't know if that camera is going to pick it up. Got a little dot there. That's a little fortress right there. And then we have España, Spain. and a little river in between. So we are as far north as you can go in Portugal, folks. Far north. If you're a really good swimmer, you could potentially swim over to Spain from here. It's a lovely little village over there, a beautiful looking hotel just over there, and a lovely mountain to hike right there. But check this out, vast sands, and it's a beautiful, beautiful calm evening, folks. Beautiful calm evening. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. Now I think I need to walk all the way over there, because that is the furthest you can get in Portugal. Not quite on the edge yet, folks, not quite on the edge. Well, folks, we are right at the point, as far as we can go, as far as I can go, north on the Portuguese border. This is it, folks, this is it. I don't want to get too close to that edge, because that looks like that could just crust and break at any time. This is literally, that could just crumble away at any time. I'm not getting any closer than that. So I guess I'm about 2 meters away from the actual border. Hello, Spain. You can see people walking along here, probably thinking exactly the same as I am, but in the opposite way. They're thinking, hey, look, there's Portugal over there, and I'm thinking, hey, there's Spain over there. Apparently these waters are pretty dangerous as well, you know. You can see over there the tide is going in so many different directions, and I don't know if you can see the water there. It's moving so fast, you know. Beautiful. And not a soul in sight, apart from Fabiola over there. The last person in Portugal, folks. I'm the last person on the most northern point of Portugal. Right now, I am the most northern person in Portugal. Woohoo! Amazing, amazing. But we made it, folks. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it here, and I'm so happy I did. And it's beautiful having the whole place to ourselves. I feel very blessed, folks. I feel very blessed indeed. Very blessed. Well, I could look at this all day. But we've got to head on down. We've got to head on down to the next town, which I'll put the name on the screen right now because I've totally forgot. But it's about a 20-minute drive from here south, which is where we're going to be spending the night. So we're just walking back to the car now. The car park's just here, and they've also got a campsite here. So if you ever were up at this point of this neck of the woods, should I say, pardon the pun, there's a nice campsite here that you can camp as well. And Portugal is very well set out for camping, to be honest with you. All down the coastline there's just campsites after campsites. So, but I just thought I'd mention it in case you fancy coming here. Anyways, there's the motor. Stunning views, stunning. Anyways, folks, we're gonna have to leave. I actually don't want to leave. I'm trying to postpone it because I absolutely feel buzzing here. Just looking at the Portuguese coastline and the Spanish coastline right there. Anyways, adios, España. We must move on. Welcome to Villa Praia de Aracora. Check this out, man. Beautiful sunset. So we've just reached the town we're staying in. I think we're staying in one of these here. Fabiola's just on the phone now with the guy that we're renting the accommodation from. So while she's on the old blower, I'm checking out the scenes here, folks. Look at the dramatic, I don't know if you can see here, the dramatic waves here, man. The waves are crashing in here. And here also it looks like there's a little marina type thing, or an old marina anyway. There's no boats in there, but they've got the old wall here, and yeah, just a very derelict looking marina, to be fair, but absolutely stunning, man. Seriously, coastline for days. Anyways, let's go get settled in, go and find our accommodation, shall we? And that was that. Another jam-packed day full of adventures. In the next episode we head to the city of Coimbra. As usual, we stop off at as many places as possible given the amount of hours we're given in a day, including a place called Viana do Castelo, where I face my fear of heights again. We hope to see you there. Peace.